Namaste everyone and welcome back to my channel Sapna's Yoga Diary. In this video, we are going to understand and compare what happens when you practice in the morning and when you practice in the evening. Which time is more beneficial for yoga, and if a particular time is more beneficial, then how beneficial it is than the other time. So if you suppose I say morning is beneficial, how beneficial it is if you practice in the morning then in the evening. So that all we are going to cover in this video. So if this theme interests you, stay with me till the end. Okay, so this is something that I get asked very often. What is the best time to practice yoga? So to keep it straight and simple, if you are practicing for spiritual benefits, then the best time to practice is the dawn period. That is when the sun has not risen, it is about to rise. So 1 or 2 hours before sunrise. That is why a lot of people practice in the at 4 o'clock in the morning. That means 4 o'clock in the morning when the sun has not risen yet. That is the best time to practice. There cannot be any comparison of this time with any other times in the day. So keeping this time zone aside, we have understood that for if you are doing practicing yoga for spiritual benefits, and if you should practice at 4 o'clock in the morning before sunrise. But if you are not able to do that, then what is the best time? Then when you can practice. So we are basically now going to compare what happens when you practice in the morning, when you wake up after sunrise, and what happens when you practice at sunset or after sunset. So in the morning and in the evening, leaving this time period aside. Okay, so first thing first, when you practice in the morning, the most important advantage, the best advantage that I feel is you are able to cover all the empty stomach kriyas, yogic kriyas in the morning, which you cannot do in the evening. For example, the Shatkarmi Kriya, the cleansing practices like Kunjal, Jal Niti, Shuddhi Kriyas, so Noli, Agnisar, even Kapal Bhati. So all these practices must be done empty stomach. And it is only in the morning when your stomach is totally empty. Okay, in the evening, doesn't matter when was the last time you have eaten food. It will not be as longer as as the duration that you give yourself from the night to the morning. So when you wake up in the morning, that is the best time for doing the empty stomach kriyas, and that is the most important advantage when you practice in the morning after sunrise, of course. Now let's talk about the next thing. When you wake up in the morning, your body is in the most active state. When you in the morning, sun rises, in the evening sun sets, right? The same thing is happening within us also. When we are waking up, we are rising, we are in the most energized state. We are able to do our things with a lot of productivity. If you go to the office also, you must have observed that you are able to do your work with better focus in the first few hours of your work. As you have lunch and as the day progresses, the productivity decreases, right? So the body is in the most active state. Energy is more in the morning. So if you do it with the same energy in the morning, you feel better. And since you are in the more active state, you will be able to do more and think less. So that is another thing which is happening when you practice in the evening. The body is comparatively, it is tired, it is not as active as it is in the morning time. Now, third thing is related to the second thing which I just stated, that is the energy level is high in the morning. Also, with energy, what happens when you wake up in the morning, the thoughts are also less. You have just started your day, right? So the number of thoughts in your head, it's comparatively lesser than what it is in the evening. So when you come in the evening, you have a lot of thoughts in the head. You might have fought with your boss. You might have experienced some pleasurable moments or sad moments. So whatever, you have a lot of thoughts in the head in the evening, and with that you come and practice. So of course, when you go with empty head, you are able to absorb more, right? So the same thing is applicable here. When you think less, you are able to focus better, you are able to do better in the morning time. So that's why you see the balancing postures, if you observe, you'll be able to do it better in the morning than it is in the evening. That has been my observation. Do let me know if you have observed the same thing. Now let's talk about the next thing. When you wake up in the morning, the body is stiffer. Okay, stiffer than it is in the evening. So you will notice that the postures which you would find difficult to do in the morning, you will not find it to be that difficult when you practice it in the evening. This happens because the body is comparatively stiffer in the morning than it is in the evening. So when you are practicing postures, you will feel you are able to do better in the evening. It is basically happening because the body has gained flexibility. You have been moving throughout the day, right? So the body is comparatively more flexible than what it was in the morning. In the morning, you wake up after a long gap. You sleep for 6 to 7 hours if you are a normal human being. And so your body is comparative. It is fresh, but it is stiff because so that's the thing. Now, with whatever points I've cited, you might feel that morning is better than evening. Of course, it is better than evening, but how much it is better? So if suppose you are going to progress 60%, you're going to make 60% of progress in your body, in your health in the morning, it is going to be 40% in the evening. So the gap is not too much, but it is there. So if you have an option to practice in the morning, it will always be preferable. Now, is there any way through which you can gain more benefits in the evening than in the morning? Yes, there is one thing. Your mindset, your approach, your willingness to learn. Suppose there are two people. One who is very willing to learn, one who is very courageous, who is very curious, who is very dedicated, disciplined, and he comes in the evening. And the one who is not that dedicated in the morning time, even though if he is practicing in the morning, the second person who is the person who is practicing in the evening will reap more benefits. It is because of the mindset and approach. So even if you are not able to practice in the morning, always remember it's your willingness to learn, it's your open attitude, it's your curious nature, curiosity towards yoga, that is going to curiosity and enthusiasm, that is going to take you a very long way. So it doesn't matter whether you are going to practice in the morning or you are going to practice in the evening. The most important thing is your mindset, your approach, and your willingness to learn. So with that, I hope everything is clear to you and this video is helpful. If you like this video, do give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.